Hello guys, how are you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing great. I am doing fantastic myself. So here we are. Welcome to our very first episode of Just the Way You Are. And thank you so much for you guys for your support. Thank you for those guys who have subscribed to my channel. I'm so grateful. And if you are just joining the family, kindly subscribe and don't forget to ring the bell to be getting the notifications. And today being our very first episode of Just the Way You Are, I feel so much humbled and privileged because I have a male guest and I will be introducing him in a short while. So guys, make sure you keep tuned. So welcome back guys, here we are and my guest is already with us, and our guest today, he has so many titles. I don't know where to start. First, he's a songwriter, he's a singer, he's a gospel rapper, and he's a mentor. I think you tell us the rest.
Yeah. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to introduce myself. Hi everyone, how are you guys doing? My name is Olrando. And I'm a rapper, singer, songwriter. I also do events. I am a leader. I am a mentor. I am a coach as well. I have so many titles. I'm a businessman too. Yeah. So I'm so humbled to be here. Thank you so much for having me. It's a great privilege to share my story, Yeah, so
you're welcome. I think I'm the one who is much humbled because, as you know, in our society today, a lot of men are not willing to come out and talk about this whole thing. I don't know if there's that pressure, mwanaume. So a lot of men feel like when they come to speak out about these problems, it's like we are going to devalue their manhood or something. But you are here today, and I feel this is going to be so great. So I was just wondering, what made you to decide to come out and speak about this whole thing?
Something that really drives me, it's sharing stories, because the only way we can change the world is through love. And love meaning, just sharing your story and just giving yourself, not giving yourself like yourself, just giving your story to someone else. So I think sharing your story, it really impacts people. It makes someone out there who has the same problem as you had feel like, I can conquer this. So that's my greatest motivation.
Yeah, that's really nice, and I should encourage every man out there. You shouldn't feel like, you are also human beings. You're not some kind of a supernatural being that you don't have feelings. So you should make sure you come and you share your story too, because a lot of men are going to be inspired. And so, when I look at you like this, I really want to know what's your story. What is that thing that people so it's different from the rest in you?
The story is long. Do we have time?
Yeah, we have all the time.
How much time do we have, Mr. Director behind? Do we have time? Anyway, we do have time. So my story is long. Where do I begin?
How young were you when bullying started?
So I remember, for the fact that I can remember, I was in primary school. I'm born and raised in Thika, Watuadheka, Pineapple City. I was born and raised in Thika, and coming from a really humble background. It was a normal thing. Many people, even when you're a kid, you don't think about humble background. So, and I found myself different, but it wasn't a big deal. My left arm is different, it's unique in its way. So I remember going to school even when I was in primary. When I started reach upper classes now, so class 7 huko hivyo, my fellow students started looking at me different, just because I'm different, they started looking at me different,
So, Oduh, how unique is your hand?
I love the way you say my name, Oduh. It feels nice. Hey, can we say it one more time? Just one last time.
Oduh.
One last time.
Oduh.
So my left arm is unique. I have 4 fingers. So it's just, I don't know if it's biology or what, or rocket science. I have 4 fingers.
So that have made you to like a lot of people have been pointing that out from you, and that made you feel like different, or it kind of made you feel like you are not the same as everyone else.
Okay, the thing is, you know, when someone, for example, for people who are disabled here, the thing is, most of them, they actually don't like being in a pity party, you know, like Woshe kind of thing, you know, because those people are okay. Most of them, they are okay, you know. And when someone finds me with this difference, you know, ataanza kuniuliza like, so do you do this? So, you know, that kind of turns me off. It's not a big deal, but it kind of turns me off. Like, I'm wondering, like, now because I'm this different, you think there are some things that I can't do, you know. I think it kind of turns off people who are different to be so empathetic. There is nothing wrong with empathy, but you being so empathetic, it makes that person kind of feel like I'm lost. Yeah.
So, at what age? I had asked you at what age. So, did you discover this yourself, or is it that someone said something to you that made you start seeing now? Yes, I'm different.
Obviously, I discovered it myself. One, you know, but discovering it myself, it wasn't a big deal. You know, not until I came out to the people, and then people are, he's different. And actually, P.S., most of the people that I used to hang out with hawakuwa wanaiona. The reason is I wasn't paying much attention to it, so I wasn't trying to hide it, you know. Even in the times that I went to high school, I wasn't hiding it, you know. So actually hawakuwa wana pay attention, na ndio unapata. Actually, there's a friend of mine, we've known each other for 3 years, and in the third year alikam kuona like my condition. He was like, you've been this whole time, you know. Asa alikuwa ananiambia, manze, I really admire your like the way you've accepted yourself, the way you've accepted yourself regardless of your difference. You're out there doing what you love. Yeah.
So there have never been any point that you kind of felt like, so have you ever reached a point whereby you kind of felt like hiding your hand?
Yeah.
So that people would notice.
Yeah. You know, even life itself. Life, it's like a hill. One day you're on top of the hill, the other day you're uko chini. So there are times, I remember this was really, the feeling was really rampant nikiwa high school, a vivid feeling nikiwa high school. I remember I used to walk, you know, pocketing all the time because I didn't want people to ask me questions, you know, because I felt like people are asking me so much questions, you know, and then they are making me doubt myself, if am I really cool, you know. So there are definitely those times, but right now I don't do that, you know. I've just come to the terms that people will ask me questions and I will answer them and I will tell my story, you know.
So at that point when you are feeling that, did you reach out to someone, like to tell them, to ask them, or to someone you can speak to, someone you can tell your story so that you can hear their feedback, or did you just accept yourself just like that? Was there someone who helped you?
I think partly. Okay, one, I accepted myself the way I am. That's one, and then the second reason is the circle, my inner circle. They are people, they are real people, you know. They won't dwell on much because there's so much more than what you see on the outward, you know. So they were not paying so much attention, you know, onto it. So I felt love into that circle. So they kind of validated me, you know, the good validation. They kind of validated me, and I felt like I'm affirmed.
So I really admire your courage, because coming out here and being a male in the first place to come and speak about this whole thing, it's such a privilege, and it's something unique, because I can't remember the last time I heard a male talking about this whole thing, and it's going to be an inspiration to a lot of guys, and I really believe a lot of guys are going to come out and speak about this whole thing.
They better.
Yeah, and another thing is that you never let whatever you felt different about yourself limit you from being who you are today, because I understand right now you are a singer, a songwriter, and you're doing a lot of things. You're a businessman, and I really admire that about yourself. Tell us about your music journey. Yes.
Yeah, now into music now. I am an artist, I am a rapper, singer, songwriter. I am so much into the entertainment business and music business. So I started my music in 2016. You know, I do Christian music, I do really good music. I started my music in 2016, and the far that I've come, you know, I'm really grateful. So for anyone who'd love to check out my music, just head to any platform and search Oduh Olrando. You'll find my music there. Yeah.
And you had told me you have something coming out for us.
Yeah.
Very soon, this month. So guys, make sure you follow him because he has something nice coming up for us. And that's it for today. We have come to the end of our first episode. And to my guest, Oduh, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
And for you, my lovely fans at home, thank you for tuning in. And remember to subscribe. And if you have just joined the family, don't forget to subscribe, because in this channel, we are making the world a better place by appreciating every human being and saying that just the way you are amazing, you are unique, and you are beautiful. If you want to get us so that you can give us your story, you can get me on my Facebook page, Nancy Kunyuga. You can also contact me through this number. My IG page, I'm out of there for a while, but I'll be coming back. When I get back, I'll tell you guys. So, bye-bye. Kidogo, breathe in and out. I'm so much humbled and privileged because I feel that we are going and our guest today is already in the studio.